Good morning, WTU. This is just a very quick update. I'm actually on daddy duties, about to go out shopping, but I thought I'd quickly ping in and do something. Sorry for the notifications pinging up in the background. That's my life. They very rarely stop. Okay then, so I've written up what I'm going to discuss very briefly. I received a message from Robert last Friday. Unfortunately, I had unexpected plans for the weekend. When I say unexpected, I was invited away a couple of weeks before to spend the weekend on a friend's hemp farm, or cannabis farm. It's a fully licensed cannabis farm. However, it's tiny because the deer keep destroying it and eating it all. But it was a friend who, well, it was actually a person who I met whilst campaigning last year, who I then invited to come and talk for the WTU at an event we hosted, who have then become friends of mine. And it's great because they're not some great big commercial grower. They're like a little tiny community-minded person, so it was an absolute breath of fresh air. And I had a wonderful weekend of rest, which is something I don't often get. So I'm not mentioning names, but you know who you are, and thank you very much for everyone that made it possible. So look out for the naked truth. That's all I'm going to say about that one for now. Anyway, before I left, Robert called me, and I didn't have the time to do a live feed to discuss what he spoke about and messaged me about. He wrote to me and said that he'd been in touch with the barrister's clerk and discussed the volume of evidence that the preliminary evidence bundle contained, and how much money was left in the WTU funds for the retainer for the barrister. Unfortunately, there's not enough, in short, because we have assembled quite a tome of evidence. Now, this evidence is basically fighting the case against what the government currently state and legislate cannabis as and for, and the consequences for ourselves. So this also contains the survey results, the testimonials. So it is quite a. It's going to end up being like this, put it that way. And this is basically going to be a pile of evidence, first-hand, second-hand, and research, anecdotal by first-hand, I mean, that is going to try and strengthen our case against the government's assertion that cannabis is a Schedule I drug, harmful, and needs Class B sentencing. In short, there's not enough money. The barrister needs more money, £1,500 plus VAT, which apparently comes to £1,800. I haven't actually checked those figures. That's what's been sent to me. So Robert's first suggestion was that we reopened the Crowd Justice fundraiser platform, which you may recall I paused a while ago whilst we waited for this stage to get to. I currently don't think that's the best move. We have around £2,500 in the WTU merchandise fund. That has accrued because we haven't been campaigning this year at all, so we haven't had to go anywhere. We haven't been making publications and distributing them. We haven't been making merchandise and distributing it. So all expenditure since April has basically stopped for the WTU movement, which has meant the money has accrued to about £2,500. So that means we could pay £1,800 out of the merchandise fund. It would still leave, I can't do the maths off the top of my head, well, £1,300. So it would still leave quite a wedge inside the merchandise fund. It's not going to deplete the fund completely, about 50% of the fund, shall we say. And that would save us having to go through the slog of doing another fundraiser. So my vote, as it were, would be that we pay the £1,800 out of the merchandise fund to the barrister, who unfortunately can't do pro bono like Robert's working pro bono for us. I haven't yet completed the evidence bundle. I've still got to finish writing up bits and pieces and adding bits to the testimonials and the survey outcomes. I literally don't always have time because of my health or my fatherly duties. Or even the person who assists me, they also have their life and their conditions to manage. So it is about trying to find the opportune time where we have the moment for this Claire to hop inside my computer and help me do the typing, because I'm not able to do that. Unfortunately, we didn't raise enough funds to pay for a legal team and pay for a research fund to do this as we had hoped. Excuse me while I stop that phone call. So on that basis, I need you guys, the community, to discuss, because this is money that we have raised together. It's the donations of those who put their monthly donation into the merchandise fund. This is the money that is accrued from that. So in essence, anyone who donates to the WTU merchandise fund on a monthly basis, this is your decision in essence, which might only be 49 of the WTU community according to the last time I counted up. So, to the 40 or 50 odd people who are currently pledging to the movement on a regular basis, the question is, would you like us to pay the barrister funds out of that? And then once the barrister reviews what we assemble, and then they will presumably go against case law and come back to us and advise our way forward, which we're anticipating is going to be a declaration of incompatibility between the Human Rights Act and the Misuse of Drugs Act, then we can start raising money for what will be the second round, which is when we're actually looking at the litigation. So my vote is number 3. I would like it if those who take the time to watch this video and read this update, if you will make a vote beneath as well. I'll leave the vote running until I finish piling up the evidence, basically, because I'm still going to do it because it's my defence if ever I get busted. So one way or another, you know, we've got a tomb of evidence here. And anyone else that gets arrested, I'm always happy for them to use it too as their defence. So let me know what you think. Keep some back to purchase more merchandise. As someone's mentioned here, there would be approximately, I haven't actually checked the fund today, literally before doing this fund. Last time I checked, which was about 4 to 6 weeks ago, it was £2,500. It might be 2006, it might be 2007. I don't think it'll be that much. I think it's about 2006. It's going to leave at least 18, let's think, 2 and 5, £700. I think it'll leave at least £700 in the merchandise fund. I will get those figures for you once I've done my family shopping trip and whatnot. So again, that's my vote number 3. Have a chat about it here. We can do the legal fundraising, you know, when, if that's needed. That's why I don't feel we should reopen crowd justice at this stage. We should save the impetus of that on the back of the barrister's advice. So let me know what you think, please. I'd be really interested to discuss it. I am planning to get down to Cornwall, where the merchandise is at the moment, and collect it all up soon and bring it home. So I do hope to start doing the merchandise distribution again. I hope to hopefully try and find if there's anyone in Swindon, Purton area that's my local area. I could do with, if you're more able-bodied than I am, I could do with if you wanted to volunteer and help me with the merchandise distribution aspect of the WTU community. That would be a great help and a great asset, so please consider that. But I'd like to get the ball rolling again soon in that area too, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to leave that with you. I've got to go out and do, you know, family shopping stuff. And so far, people are saying positive. Yes, let's do it. It's a no-brainer. Yes, do it. Best idea, mate. Get it done. Yes, pay for it. So, okay then. So far, everyone's kind of agreeing with me about number 3. Let's just get it paid and get it done. So keep chatting, and I'm hoping you all agree, because then we can just get it done. We don't need to bother fundraising and just move onwards, and we'll fundraise at a later date when the time comes. Right then, love, light and peace. Keep fighting, keep your spirits high. Don't let the fear get you down, because that's what it's all about, man. Keep laughing, keep smiling. Lots of love, people. Take care.